the business, £217, and I'm sure loads of you on here have had that kind of first month income. Now, as Andy said, I wasn't looking for anything. I had a full-time job. I was really happy in that job. It was a great job, and basically I worked within the career service, European career service. Wasn't looking for anything, and my lazy boyfriend at the time got made redundant and proceeded to lie on the couch and wait for a job to jump through the television, which doesn't tend to happen. So I routed through their local paper to find him a job, and I came across this advert for delivering and collecting catalogues and thought, well, you can do that, mate. Responded, got the information pack, didn't read the information pack at all. I was busy decorating my house, and so was busy at the time. Here's a tip, and you want to maybe take some notes here, that no doesn't mean no forever when you're prospecting people, because what happened, my partner, like I said, I'd not even looked at the information pack at the time, got a call, and I was like, no, it's far too busy, not for me, I'm not looking. My partner had said that he wasn't prepared to do anything, I don't think, actually. And so that was that. Now, luckily for me, thank God, 2 weeks later, and I don't know actually to this day whether it was an accident or if Neil just thought, well, she sounds reasonable but busy, I'll give her a couple of weeks and call her back. But luckily he did ring back 2 weeks later, when I'd decorated my living room, I was sat happily, you know, all lovely, and I had time to think about things, and he rung me back and said, we sent you some information, have you had a look at it? And I said, well, you've rung me, I've already said no. Okay, so bear this in mind, guys, for those people that say no to you. Don't give up on them. And anyway, because I was open to listening, I listened to what I had to say, and Neil, being Neil, came straight down to show me the business. The boyfriend hid in the bedroom, didn't want to have anything to do with it, listened through the walls, and then basically when Neil had gone, said it was a load of rubbish, it was a con, it was blah 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 blah. There was a meeting that night, a local business opportunity meeting that Neil invited me to, and I thought, well, yeah, I don't know you, I'll go and meet some other people. And straight away, even though I wasn't looking for anything, when I'd been to the meeting, you could tell it's real, you know, success leaves clues, and the checks everybody was showing, I got involved straight away, much to the partner's upset, said it was rubbish, etc. So that's what I did in my first 4 weeks. Bearing in mind, you new people on here, my first pickup of 200 catalogues out was actually £7, which is dire, would you not agree? £7 pickup from 200 books, not how it's supposed to be. So as I did, I rang Neil and whinged a lot for about 10 minutes, and he said, oh, just put them back out. So you're going to have these bad pickups. Mine just happened to be my first one. I got an average the next time I put books out, I think it was 160 books out, £168 of orders. Breathed a sigh of relief, and I did know about the 2-week money back guarantee, and I remember actually being stood in the hallway of my little flat looking at the books thinking, right, 2 days, do I put them back out and or do I get my money back? I can remember it as clear as day, and I thought, no, let's go for this, because I'd had the decent pickup in the second week. And then this is what happened, even allowing for that rubbish pickup, £217 in my first 4 weeks. Not loads of money, £50 a week, but what it did do was give me the belief that, well, if I can do this around my full-time job, I worked really long hours and was away to Europe for meetings 2 and 3 times a month as well, all kind of ad hoc, no organised, you know, same days, going out, books, etc. It was all a bit chaotic. And I thought, well, if I can make £50 a week, then I'm pretty sure I can show other people how to. And I'd seen the bigger picture pretty much straight away, so that's what I wanted to do. Is, you know, join for the decent money, the bigger money, not just £50 a week. But lots of people join for £50 a week, that's fine. What I did was blind faith, absolutely clueless. Andy, can you just unfreeze the chat? Let's see however many people on here are clueless, or either were or are clueless, because I certainly was when I started. Never done anything like this before. Yeah, if you were clueless, or you still are even, put it in the chat. Yeah. And so you know, you take the advice of your sponsor, ring them, speak to them daily, always, you know, use your sponsor. That's why they get paid the big money. I followed the system, I took the advice, and I did ring Neil like every day. Every day I used to ring him and say, right, I've done this, what do I do next? I've done this, what do I do next? And I set a goal for Gold Distributor because the Monte Carlo trip was up for grabs. So £1,000, over £1,000, and the trip to Monte Carlo, which was what I was aiming for. That was the goal when I started the business. I'd said to the trip came up, and I said to Neil, can I get that? He said yes, and I said, right, I'm going for it. What I did do is I told everybody in the world that would listen that I was going to Monte Carlo, and I just blind faith said, I'm going. I know I can get there. I believed it. Write that in your notes massively. I believed I could get there, and that's what happened. Now, after that, partly when I look back now, part of that was the boyfriend had said it was a load of rubbish as well and it wouldn't work, and I think a lot of my motivation in the beginning was as well to sort of shove it to him and say, yes, this thing works, and I made it work. So part of that was motivation there, and I wanted the Monte Carlo trip. Now, I don't know if you guys have noticed, those that have been in the business a while, but I certainly noticed with my business that when I don't have goals written down and clarified in my head, my business maintains. And what happened after that was I kind of floated along at that level. Now, an extra £1,000 on top of what you're doing already is not, you know, it's not bad to be floating along at, but I kind of stayed at that level, and within £1,000 to sort of £1,400 income for a couple of years. Then I then got a new goal, which is my son Max, and again thanks to Clean Easy, because from him being born, I had the business. It was around probably I don't know, £1,200–1,400 income coming in, and I could be a full-time mum to him. I could do anything I wanted. You know, before he went to school, I was free to just please myself with the lifestyle I'd built up. You know, your residual income kicks in at that gold level. You don't have to wait to be a big up with big 30,000s or 16,000s or £10,000 a month. When you build the foundations of your business, you're getting that £1,000 coming in, whether you're at work or not, you know, for a few months. You can't take the rest of your life off, obviously, at that level, but it allowed me to be a full-time mum to Max, which was really, really important to me. And he's had an amazing life. I have to keep reminding him of it as well sometimes, you know, when they get whingy. But he's had an amazing life with me there all the time. You know, he went to nursery then and then school. It was a bit upsetting when he went to school and interrupted our life, really. But, you know, you have to send them. And no childminders, you know, nothing that had to be, you know, I didn't have to give him away. You don't have children to give them away to other people, do you? And I certainly didn't have to do that, as I say. Max is 8 now, and a fantastic kid, obviously, I would say that. The money bit, the next check there, is what I was earning whilst I was being a mum from Clean Easy. £1,400–1,600 every 4 weeks coming in. I split up with his dad when Max was 18 months old, which, you know, everybody has, you know, you don't join Clean Easy and life suddenly becomes amazing and nothing bad happens. These things happen, it's unfortunate, but that's how it was. But it didn't affect me financially and move house, etc. I was a single mum. It wasn't brilliant with an 18-month-year-old baby, but these things happen. One thing I didn't have to worry about was the money, and, you know, where can you get that? Now, specific goals, as I say, my business stayed still, my focus was on my son, but also I didn't have goals that I'd set the Monte Carlo, I'd set the Gold Distributor, but once I got Gold Distributor, I didn't set anything after that. And I've noticed throughout my career with, you know, I'm a grandma in Clean Easy. I've been in, I think it's 30, it might be the 13th year now, that when my business stays still, it's because of goals, and not having them is really the deal. So why set goals? We do it all the time. We're human beings. We're actually we're natural goal setters. You know, your shopping list, getting out of bed, getting yourself to work. We're actually programmed to, you know, as human beings, to set goals. And we need that direction and that purpose, because you know, if you don't have a direction, if you don't know where you're aiming for, how do you even know if you've got there? We do have this thing in our brain, and Jean Day, just looking in the archives of these webinars, she did it, I'm not going to attempt it, she did an amazing training on the reticular activating system, which is basically in your brain. You tell it what to do, tell it where to go, and it will go. But if you don't tell it anything, then it's not going to go anywhere. I also firmly believe in the law of attraction. What you think about, you bring about. What you focus on in your mind, you bring to yourself. And also goals gives you that motivation, because sometimes things happen in life. You know, it doesn't all go smoothly. It could be relationships, family, crises, all kinds of things happen. And if you don't have your goals in place, you can get knocked off course quite easily, and they get you through the tough time. Now, has anybody set goals before Clean Easy? Because I know I certainly hadn't. Oh, we've frozen text again. Don't chat. Just answer the questions, and then Andy will stop freezing the text. If you can unfreeze it, Andy, if we're allowed. Yeah, you see, I'd never heard of it. I think they should teach it in school, you know, but they don't, or as far as I know they don't. But prior to Clean Easy, never set a goal properly. Didn't know how to. Now, how to, this is what I'm going to cover with you. The 7 Strategies for Wealth and Happiness by Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn he deals with personal development. There's a clue in the title there, 7 Strategies for Wealth and Happiness. And one of those in there, one of the chapters, is about goal setting, how to set goals. What do you want? It's one of the biggest questions probably. What do you want? Why do you want it? This other one is You Were Born Rich by Bob Proctor, because that book tells you how much is enough. Some people join for £200 a month, some people join for £10,000 a month. Some people join it and take on other people's goals in the beginning, like I did, saying I wanted to quit my job. I had a brilliant job. I didn't want to really. I just heard lots of other people saying it. But, you know, the You Were Born Rich, if you do the exercises in that book, it will tell you exactly how much you need. And it might only be £3,000 a month or £2,000 a month for you to be happy and successful. That means different things to different people. Design Your Best Year Yet by Darren Hardy. Another way of helping you understand what you want from your life. And Power of Momentum by Tony Robbins, similar to the Design Your Best Year, a book there that tells you and helps you to decide and work on it. Now, this isn't something that you do once. How long, this is a question to you guys, how long would you say it takes to book and organise a 2-week holiday? People go on holiday for 2 weeks, how long would you say that would be? To go and book it and organise it? Weeks, yeah? Months sometimes? 3 months, yeah? Some people say a couple of minutes if they're jet setters. Ages, yeah? Okay. Well, let's go from a couple of minutes to a couple of months and say that if it's a 2-week holiday, and let's just round it off and say it takes 2 weeks to organise, look at, get sorted and book it. It takes 2 weeks to book and organise a 2-week holiday. How long would you say it takes to organise and book your life? If it takes 2 weeks, exactly, your life, forever your life, and that is an ongoing thing. Now let me just ask you another question. How much time do people, so some people on here will be blanket dropping, just getting started. Some people will have got customer base, but how much time do you spend on your retail? Would you say? I spend probably about 6 hours a week. What about you guys? How much time do you spend retailing each week? 6 hours for me, 8 hours, 12, 15, don't know yet, that's somebody new. 15 hours, 4 hours, yeah, customer base is 4 to 6 hours, 10, okay, great, thank you. How much time do you spend, if you are building a team and a bigger income, on your team building activity? So say sponsoring, ringing people, appointments. Would you say that's about, I don't know, I'd say about 15 hours a week? Sponsoring, we're on to sponsoring now, 15, 3 hours a day. Okay, 20, 24 hours. Oh, somebody, yeah, that's good, go for it at full time, 15, 18 hours. So 15 to 20 hours a week sponsoring. Okay then, next question. How many hours a week do you spend setting goals and planning your life? Zero, zero, one, not enough, zero. Well, it's gone a bit quiet on the chat, guys. It's all going to be quiet. That's my point exactly. If you remember when I showed you the system of Clean Easy, the first point of there was knowing what you want. Everybody joined for a reason. So the goal, the amount, how much you want. And the thing is, it's something that can get missed and forgotten because we're really busy. We've got us retail, stragglers, orders to deliver, people to ring, appointments to do, team members to talk to, meetings to attend, easy reach to listen to. And we kind of forget the most important and crucial part of our business. So what I want to do today is to kind of help you with that. How much times per week? Well, we've kind of really realised by the silence on the chat that it's generally, most people I would say are in the sort of D, E, F category, and it doesn't matter. Don't be frightened to say yes, I'm a D, I'm an E, or I'm an F, because your sponsors will be on here and your leaders will be able to look at this and say, yeah, put down what you are. You can scroll back up and down the chat because you leaders can take a look at this and say to the people, be an E, be an F. If you're an F, put F. Don't worry about it. I've been an F on and off, and it just shows you where you need to be working, but also shows your sponsor and your team leaders where they need to help you, because that's what we do. It's like putting your hand up and saying, I need work in this area. Thanks for being honest. That's brilliant. Now, I've sussed out a routine, a system for me, because I'm an A, okay, an A or a B. And I haven't always been, but what I did was I created a system over a long period of time of going through the exercises and working through stuff, and it takes time because you write lists and you write these lists out, but you don't write the paragraphs and you don't dig deep into it. So it's taken me time to develop, and I'm going to share it with you. It's only a suggestion. If you don't want to take it on board, you don't have to, but this is what I do, and it's a book somewhere under all this paper. The Amazing System of Setting Goals. It's a notebook. Can you see that? Now this page you can see here is just one of these pages in my books, and what I do, and you might want to do this yourself, is firstly, on a page, get your booklet, your notebook, or a fresh one is good, and make sure you've got about 5 to 10 pages free. Whoops, where we are. And then at the top of each page, each single page has got 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015, due to 2016. Okay. Then put your age, and also your children's age. I'm 38 now, and my son's 8. And then down the side you can see it says period 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to 13. And then write the incomes. I would say a lot of people here could do with an extra £1,000 a month coming in on top of what they're already getting. Is that, would you say that's right? An extra £1,000 a month? Yeah? Everybody be happy with that? Some people, if you want more, that's fine, have more. I'm not going to stop you. But what I would do is write down, we're in period 8 now, so write down where you are now and where you want to be, say, by the end of the year, and plan the income. You can't go crazy and put millions, that would be a bit daft, but just put where you'd like to be. An extra £1,000, say, or an extra 1,500, add it on, 2,000. And then what I do is that's on the page, and underneath I do all the stuff and the reasons why the 1,000. So on here you can see a dream night, SED, I want that by the end of the year. My gold distributors there. Skiing, Miami, I want to decorate the bedroom. That's been on the list forever. It's never going to get done. You know, it's not of interest really. See the transit of Venus. Date with Destiny, Tony Robbins. There's tons of things. Learning goals, etc. And it's basically a case of plotting and a scheming. I'm going to tell you in a sec, Phil. Okay, plotting and a scheming your life. Now, dream night. Because what I say, I do 4 hours a week on the goals now. I believe now after some personal development, that I'm worth putting 4 hours a week out of a busy week to plot and scheme and plan where I'm going in the future. I'm worth it and I deserve it. And people in the team, my team, say, well, what the hell do you do for that much time? 4 hours a week. Well, it's not 4 hours in a lump. What I do with this book now, that I've got each of these pages, and they're not complete, I'm adding to it all the time, is 10 minutes in the morning and 10 minutes at night. I have a quick review. 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes at night. So in the morning I get up and I have a look in here at this year and maybe the next year, and I have a little look and I think, right, and it buzzes me up for the day. Now you might have an okay day if you don't do that, but if you look at where you think you're heading and where you want to be and what you're going to have and what you're going to learn and who you're going to become, 5 minutes, that's all it takes to give you that spring in your step. And then on a night time, before I go to bed, get into bed, get my little count again, have a little nosy again, and then what do you think you're going to dream about that night? Yeah? And then on the Tuesday evening, which I've taken off obviously just at now, but I'll do it after this webinar, is I spend a good 2 hours thinking, writing, planning, changing. You can see there's some things crossed out here, and I do that every Tuesday. Now sometimes, alright, I might have to move it to Thursday or something if something, you know, it happens, you know, as you do. And I'll sit and I'll look on the internet and I'll go for Greece holidays and I'll see, you know, what shopping trips, or how can I learn French, or how can I improve my coaching for 2 solid hours. And I don't let up, I don't give it away, because it's as important as retail sponsoring and all the rest of it. Okay, and that is where I came up with this idea, because in October 10 I was pretty much without goals, no goals at all. I was thinking I was going to go for New York, didn't have any clear plans. The people that I was working with to help get to gold had kind of blobbed out and gone full time and messed it up, and were doing less full time than they were part time, so I didn't really have any focus, I didn't have anywhere to kind of go. So I thought, what am I going to do? New York's out of the window, you know, got no way of going to New York, I've got nobody to work with to get to gold distributor. What am I going to do? And I thought, right, I'm going to go wide. I'm just going to go active wide. And what I did was thought, right, I'm going to build my PSG. If you don't know what a PSG is, it's just these people around you. And I thought, I'm going to go 15 active wide, and I'll find some more people who do want to build to gold distributor. I already had a fabulous business with Kev Ryder and Paul and Carolyn Blacksall, but outside of them, I needed something. And that's what I did. The reason is that if you have 15 people in your team like this, I wanted to increase my income by £1,000, and if you have 15 people each doing £1,000 of orders, then basically that's £100 each person. So if you had 5 people on your front line, that's an extra £500. And to me now, I fell across this really. I'd already always had a good PSG, but I kind of fell across it, to be fair. To me now, this is a basic business goal for everybody within our business. Okay, the reason why I say that, this is my opinion obviously, you might not think, frontline people direct under you, is that you're 100% responsible and in control of what you do. Now some of you guys on here might have people on here that maybe you wished were on here and they're not, or might have been at that meeting and they're not. And people maybe in the team that you think, you know, maybe they're just not going as fast as you would like them. Well, it's not about you, it's their business. Who's got people in the team maybe that like that? I'm guessing quite a few of you have. You see, it's their business, it's not ours. The only thing we can control, you see, is what we do. And so you're 100% responsible and in control of getting those 15 people around you by going to work, which will give you that extra £1,000 to £1,500, and that's you. You're obviously helping other people make money, which is great. You know, that's the beauty of our business. We help people. We're not like a job, you know, squeezing every inch of energy out of people for the little bit of money. Motivation. If you've got 15 people active wide, you're going to have a lot of people ringing you up, hassling you to tell them how to get 15 active wide, or at least to get a couple of £100 a month. And that motivates you, puts a fire under you, because you've got all these excited people wanting to go where you are. and it duplicates. It duplicates. If you have a big PSE, personal sales group, 15 active wide, if you're not sure, somebody will explain it to you. And then the recognition and the trophies. I'm going to have to speed up a bit, I think. Okay. Now, how do you do that? How do you get 15 people in your team? You newies will be thinking, oh, how do you do it? And some people who've been in a while might be thinking that. Reading daily, because it's only a mindset thing. It's only a decision that I'm going to move on and I'm going to go find these people. Goal review daily and the focus of where you want to be. Get the circles. All our team have that 15 blank circles pinned on the wall, and then you fill them up as you go. Warm market, people that you know. Don't be greedy. Don't keep this business to yourself. You know, share it with everybody you know, because it can help so many people. Now, we operate a 50-10-1 system. 50 leads, 10 appointments, one person will join your business a week. And I know that lots of you have different ratios, and it doesn't make a difference really, because the bottom line is, if I had, say, £10,000 and I said to everybody on here, right, in a month's time I'm going to give you £10,000 cash in your pocket if you get 15 people to the next webinar or to the next business opportunity meeting. How many of you, I'm serious, 10 grand is yours, how many of you would you nip off out, speak to anybody you know and find 15 people? Oh, just a few, not many. Alright then. Okay. The other thing I did, alright, more of us, yeah, absolutely. It's because we don't see it in his pocket there and then that, you know, we have to sort of think of it as you've got it already. One key thing as well was a strategy. One strategy changed everything in my business, and it was a daily goal for no. Ringing the people and getting 10 no's a day. Okay, because so sometimes that was it. 10 no's a day was my focus. It was my key. That's what I had to do, and that's what I did, and that's what I focused on. And it changed everything, because it changes your team, the dynamics. It brings people in. It gives you confidence. People are joining. You know, your confidence moves. Your business moves. Everything moves from that. For me personally, for that one strategy. Okay. So. 15 active wide. Go for the money. Yes, you get the holidays, been to Thailand, been to Caribbean cruise, New York, qualified for Miami now, but 15 active wide. We all join for the money. Go for the money. Okay. What happened after the October 10 and getting the goal set and getting organised and knowing where I wanted to be? I had 4 top 1 year goals. This is what happened. I had a goal in January, because I was firming it up leading up to Christmas, firming up my goals. January 2011 I sponsored the most people that I'd ever sponsored. We only sponsor on full kits in our team, 250 kits. I sponsored 7 people. Do you think I was a bit happy and had some belief in myself and more confident at that point? Absolutely. February, somebody, Dave Birtwhistle, thank you Dave, at a local meeting said, "Congratulations Abby." And I said, "Oh, what? Why? What's happened?" He said, "You're first in the exec trophy." I said, "Oh, am I? Great." Okay, now what happened was I told Neil put a message out on the voicemail, and then a lady in our team, Karen Boardman, downline from Kev Ryder, was looking on there to see if I was first in the exec, if it was true, and saw that she was 19th in the Harry Crook Trophy. Rang Kev and said, "Oh Kev, I'm 19th on this list, I didn't even know I was on it, can I win it?" Kev said, "Yeah, of course you can." She focused then on the trophy. Because of the 15 active wide, I got recognition at 10 active wide in March from the company. That was a new thing. So there's me, little Abigail from Shipley, on stage with Bob Webb, Gavin Scott, all the big ups in Clean Easy. Do you think my confidence went up? My belief in myself went up? Do you think the team belief went up? Yeah? Then the team focused on 10 active wide. Then I got New York. New York was out the window because I didn't have anybody to work with. They weren't working. I didn't have any other goals. And all of a sudden qualified for New York. Then 10 active wide Kev Ryder in the December. because I was at it, he was at it, we were focusing as a team at it. And then in January conference, some of you will know we had a Yeehaw January conference. Oh, my cheque went to £3,000, so I'd achieved the goal of increasing my cheque over £1,000. So from about 1800 it jumped to 3,000, and then at the conference, thank you, nice cheque, I think so, not enough, it never is. But the trophies and the awards: Kev Ryder 10 active wide, Steve Jessup gold, Karen and Scott Boardman won the Harry Crook because we focused on it, I got the exec challenge, Neil got the new business and distributor of the year. Absolutely fantastic. From setting a goal, sorry I didn't tell you, the goal was £100,000 turnover by the end of the year. That was one of the top 1 year goals. I missed it, I failed miserably. 79,000 we got, so we missed. And that's what happens, some people don't set goals because they're frightened of being laughed at, or it's too big, or people think, well, you've missed it. I set a goal this year, rather extravagant, for 250,000 by the end of the year, and SED. Am I worried if I don't get there and people laugh? No, but I'll be damn sight nearer than if I didn't set the goal. Does that make sense? Then also look what's happening still from this. Carolyn and Paul Blacksall, fantastic in my business, senior distributors, have been Gavin's top PSG for the last 2 months running. Absolutely amazing achievement out of however many 6,000 people, because we're all going for this big 10 active wide, 15, going for 15 active wide top PSG. Now I'm not, I'd like to say, 10 active wide at the moment. I'm 8, well I've 10 wide but only 8 active wide, which is £300 of orders or more. What I'm saying is aim for 15, and the rest, just as you can see from the last couple of slides, happens naturally. So what I'm saying to you guys is, you have amazing people on this webinar, your leaders, who will show you exactly what to do, exactly how to build the business. That's what they want you to do. It's not the how-to though. The how-to is dead easy. It's 6 things probably that you need to do consistently and get good at. You don't even have to be brilliant, just competent. It's the why. Get clear on the why. Put the work in to do the books and don't just read them, do the exercises. Put the work in and get clear on your why. If you need help, put your hand up and say, I don't know what I'm doing, I'm rubbish at this. That's what we're all here for. That's why we get paid the bigger money, and the bigger people get paid the bigger money. So use and abuse your upline, definitely. Ring them daily, daily, daily. What I do is I urge you to continue with your goal setting exercises, or to start just a page in your book, 2012, 13, 14, and start to scribble some stuff down. Okay, look at it 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes at night. It's not hard to do that, is it? Easy to do, easy not to do, as usual. And then a couple of hours, deserve a couple of hours a week to plot and scheme where you want your business, your life, your family, your relationships to go. Read daily, daily, daily. Jeff Olson in the New York, we've all got that disc. 10 pages a day. It's not difficult to do, and you probably find yourself reading more. But again, when my business has slowed down and just been sort of level, it's when I've stopped the reading as well. If you're not sure what to read, speak to your sponsor, but I did give you some ideas there. But you know, we're there to help. And go for 15 active wide. Go for it. Aim for it. You might not, I'm not quite there still at the moment, I've dropped down a little bit, so what? Just go for it and take control. The philosophy I use now and have followed last year when I was a bit frightened, and is it going to work, and can I do it, and we all have these weird beliefs that go on, we all have doubts about stuff, is do the thing. Forget everything and you'll have the power. So that's it from me. I might have overrun a bit, sorry if I did. I'd just like to say thanks for listening. Hopefully you're all still there. Step up guys, and come on the team.